In this video, we will see how to do system testing using Selenium. Selenium is one of the most popular tools used to do system testing. So let's go to the Chrome browser and install Selenium. Add to Chrome and click on Add Extension. So you can now see that you have Selenium already as an extension. This brings Selenium, one of the most popular tool to do website testing. It is used for end-to-end testing and automation. For this purpose, now we will take a website which we will do our end-to-end testing. So click and select Selenium. Once the window opens, it will ask you to perform one of the functions. We will choose record a new test in a new project. I will give the name triangle test. So it will ask for you the website which you want to test. And we click start recording. For this example, I have created a simple triangle application which takes 3 sides and it gives me either it is isosceles triangle or scalene triangle or equilateral triangle. Furthermore, it provides me the perimeter and area of the triangle. For example, if I enter and click submit, the application provides that triangle type is scalene, triangle perimeter is 12, area is 6 meters squared, and a link to the Wikipedia site. Once this is done, we will go back again to Selenium and we will stop our recording. So I have already completed my first test to test a scalene triangle. I click OK. So I have recorded now my first test case. If you want to see your test case, you can select and choose the execution speed to little slow, and you can click on play. You will see the whole test will be played by Selenium. So this is just a test recording, but we know that a test to be valid, we should have some asset. We should be mapping, or we should see some solution which it matches. So we're going to enter one more step after our submit, because how can we say this is a valid test? Once we enter, we need to see this response is scalene or not. So I'm going to copy this response. So after my step 9, you can see it has taken all the steps. First open the website, set window side, we went all the boxes, we enter some information, and finally we click submit. So we will enter one step after step 9. I'll click the place where we need to insert the test. We'll select on command. We will select assert value. Target, we will target to the ID of the element. You can see. And value. So if everything is right, I should have a valid test where after performing all the steps, Selenium matches the actual value with the expected value. So let's run the test. You can see the test is a pass. So let's see if we are just making a mistake. The value to match I changed now. So based on my understanding, this test should be a fail. Let's run the test. You can see the test is a fail. It says it's a fail. So this creates my first test in Selenium. Let's create one more test to check if it is equilateral triangle or not. I will choose the option test and I will add. I'll give the name. I'll start recording. To have equilateral, I'm going to enter and click submit. You can see I have an equilateral triangle. This time we will match the perimeter. Did I get perimeter of 18 or not? So we go back to Selenium. First of all, we'll stop our recording. Now we're gonna add our command. Asset value, target, the ID is triangle perimeter, I will write, and value is 18M. Let's run the test to see if it pass or fail. You can see my test is a pass. So I now created two test cases. Similarly, we can create test cases for pass and test cases for fail. Let's create a test suite and put these test cases in that test suite. I can create a new test suite and I will give the name valid. Now test suite, you have to add the test. So I have two test cases, I add them to my test suite. So we can now play our test suite and Selenium will check both the tests now at the same time. Let's see it in action. If you see, Selenium did both the test cases to test. So this creates test cases in Selenium and include them in a test suite. What we want now, we will be taking these test cases from Selenium and add it to Visual Studio in Csharp.net. And from our Csharp.net, we'll be able to run these test cases through automation. So let's get the test cases from here. So we will select export and we can have in Java, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, C#. We are using C# and unit. So we will select this and click export. Triangle valid test. I am gonna click save. This converts my test cases to C# format. So we will now open csharp.net, a new project, to run this test cases. I'll create a new project. We'll keep it as console app.net framework. Provide the name. Make sure it's .NET Framework 4.7.2. Click Create. So we created a new project having a console app. Now, if you remember, to have our test cases, we need first of all a class where we're going to keep all our test cases. So I'm going to create here new add class. Give the name remember I have two test cases which will be here in this class. To run our test cases using an unit, I need to import some libraries. We'll go to project, manage NuGet packages, choose browse. I will select an unit. So install an unit. Next, install an unit 3 test adapter. Next, we have to install Microsoft Test SDK. Next, we need to install Selenium. So you need to install Selenium WebDriver, Selenium support, and since our test was on Chrome, I'll use Selenium WebDriver for Chrome. So this includes all our libraries required to perform the Selenium test. Let's close this window. Next, we will import our file. We'll copy the contents of that file and paste. Next step, we will build. So my program is built. Now we can run our test cases. You can see there is test fixture, and then there was a setup and tear down, and then finally my test. First test, second test. So both the test is automatically written. Let's click on Test Explorer. And click play. Now we are running Selenium from Csharp.net. The same test case will be running. .NET will automatically open your website, perform the tests. And you can see both the test was performed and they are a pass. In this way, we can use Selenium for our end-to-end test case, and then we can import it to our C#. By doing so, we can put these test cases as part of our DevOps pipeline. Thank you for watching.